Hello everyone, this is Enea here, and in today's tutorial I'll teach you how to create this heart pattern in Affinity Designer. As I explained in my previous tutorials, in order to create a pattern for a pattern fill, we first need to identify the tile that repeats itself throughout the composition. In this particular pattern, I identified the following tile that I highlighted with a black rectangle. The key to identifying a tile in a pattern is that it must start at the top, where it ends at the bottom, and it must start on the left, where it ends on the right. So this is what we are going to seek to create. And this is what the tile will look like after we have created and exported it. Alright, so to get started, we go to File, New, and we create a new composition. We give it 1000 by 1000 pixels in dimensions. And then we go to the Margin tab, and we uncheck Include Margin, and we click on Create. And then we make sure that Snapping, Snap to Spread, Snap to Object Bounding Boxes, and Include Bounding Box Midpoints are enabled. And then we're going to create the light pink background. So we take the rectangle tool, we set the stroke to none, and we are going to set the fill to a light pink color. So it's going to be the following one, FFF1F2. And then we go ahead and we create a rectangle all over the composition. And then we're going to start drawing the hearts. So we take the heart tool, we leave the stroke as none, and we set the fill to red. So it's going to be the following color, E14546. And then starting from the middle of the composition, and while holding Ctrl and Shift to expand from the center and keep the proportions, we go ahead and we create a heart of about 200 pixels in height. And then we select the heart with the Move tool, and then we're going to duplicate it to have 1/4 of it at each of the corners of the composition. But before we duplicate it, we're going to turn it into a symbol. So we go to Layer, Create Symbol. So now the heart is turned into a symbol. What this means is that after we duplicate it, any change that we make to one heart is automatically going to be applied also to the other hearts. And then we press on Ctrl J to duplicate the heart. And we position the duplicated heart here at the top right corner at the composition, so that its midpoints at its left at bottom extremity snap to the composition. And then we press on Ctrl J to duplicate again. And we position the third heart here at the top left corner of the composition. And then we select both hearts at the top. And we press on Ctrl J to duplicate them. And we move the duplicated hearts downwards while holding Shift until they snap to the composition, like this. So now we have created all the hearts that we need for the tile. The next step is going to be to create the lines. So in order to create the lines, we take the pen tool, we set the fill to none, and we set the stroke to the same red color as for the hearts. We set the width to 2 points, and the cap to square cap. And then starting from the middle of the composition at the top, we go ahead and we create a line to about 2/3 of the way till the middle of the composition. And then we take the Move tool, we go here to enable Transform Origin, and then we set the rotation center in the middle of the composition. And then we rotate the line by 45 degrees. So we add 45 degrees to the rotation angle in the transform panel. So now we have our first line, and then we're going to duplicate it. So we press on Enter to bring out the Move Duplicate panel. We check on Duplicate. We set the number of copies to 3. And the rotation angle to 90 degrees. So now we have all 4 lines. And we have created the tile that we need to do a pattern fill. But before we export it, I will show you the benefit of working with symbols. So I will select the heart in the middle. I will uncollapse the symbol and select the heart in it. So for instance, if we decide to scale up the heart in the middle, it will automatically scale up also the hearts at the corner. So that makes the workflow much more efficient. Alright, so now we are going to export the tile. So we go to File, Export. We set the file type to PNG and the area to all document, and we click on Export. And then we're going to use it to do a pattern fill. So we go to File, New, and we create a new composition. We take the rectangle tool and set the fill and the stroke to none. And then we draw a rectangle all over the composition. We select the rectangle. We take the vector float fill tool. We go to set bitmap fill. And we select the tile that we just created. We click on the composition, and as you can see, this creates a pattern fill. And then we can adjust the handles to make the pattern bigger or smaller. Alright, so that was it for this tutorial. You learned how to create a heart pattern in Affinity Designer. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and learned something from it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Affinity Designer tutorials in the future. And until then, see you next time. Bye!